the lecture number 5 for the chapter complex numbers, and the last lecture we have discussed up to question number 10 of miscellaneous exercise. Let us do the remaining question of this exercise. Now it is given that a plus ib is equal to x plus I whole square upon 2x square plus 1, and you have to prove that a square plus b square is equal to x square plus 1 upon 2x square plus 1. Now taking modulus on both sides, if we take modulus on both sides, then we know that z1 upon z2 modulus is equal to z1 modulus upon z2 modulus. So we use this. So taking modulus on both sides, so modulus of a plus ib will be equal to under root a square plus b square, and because we know that z square modulus is equal to modulus of z square, so this comes out to be x plus I modulus whole square. So like this. So for this you can write modulus of x plus I. The modulus of x plus I will be equal to under root x square plus 1 square, and modulus of 2x square plus 1, because it is a total real part, so it will be 2x square plus 1 whole square. So under root a square plus b square is equal to this. So you have to prove this as it is. So this is the solution of question number 11. Now question number 12, you have to find the value of real part of z1 into z2 upon conjugate of z1. Now we know the value of given it is in the question, z1 is equal to given, z2 is given. So first of all find z1 into z2 because we need this in the numerator. So z1 into z2 we are getting minus 3 plus 4i. Conjugate of z1 will be 2 plus I. I have written it here. Rationalize the denominator. On rationalizing a denominator and converting it into the standard form 2 upon 5, 11i upon 5, the real part of this will be minus 2 upon 5. Simply you have to replace the value of z1, z2 and this z1 conjugate. You will get the real part of this expression. Now in question number 13, you have to convert this into the polar form. So first of all, you have to rationalizing it, convert it into the standard form a plus ib. Now you can convert this into the polar form. Let it equal to be r cos theta plus I sin theta. Real part with real part, r cos theta is equal to minus half, r sin theta is equal to half. Squaring and adding as usual will get the value of r. On dividing will get the argument. So r sin theta upon r cos theta is equal to half upon minus half. Because sin theta is positive and cos theta is negative, so it will lie in the second quadrant. Theta will lie in the second quadrant, or tan theta is equal to minus 1. Convert into the second quadrant, that is minus 10 pi by 4, 180 minus pi by 4. This comes out to be 3 pi by 4. So the principal argument of this complex number is 3 pi by 4. The polar form of this will be r cos theta plus I sin theta. Now question number 14, it's a good question. It is given that this expression is conjugate of minus 6 minus 24i. X minus iy into 3 plus 5i is the conjugate of minus 6 minus 24i. So conjugate, convert it into minus 6 plus 24i. This will be, and multiply these two brackets, 3x 5xi minus 3yi minus 5yi square. Convert this into the standard form. On convert this into standard form, we are getting real part and imaginary part. Now these two are equal. So equate real part with real part and imaginary part with imaginary part. You are getting the two equations. Solving these two equations, you will get the value of x and y. Simply it is given that this is the conjugate of this expression. So conjugate of this will be minus 6 plus 24i. And in the left hand side, open the bracket and convert this into the standard form. This is the question number 14. Now in question number 15, you have to find the modulus of this expression. So as usual, first of all, you subtract these two, or first of all you can rationalize the denominator. On rationalizing the denominator and converting this into the standard form 2i, or you can write 0 plus 2i and its modulus will be under root a square plus b square. either you subtract these two and then rationalize, or in the initial part you can rationalize these two complex number, converting this into the standard form like this, and standard form, convert it into standard form and find its modulus. Now it is question number 16 is important. It is given that x cube plus iy whole cube is equal to u plus iv. It is u plus iv, and you have to find the value of u upon x and v upon y. So find the whole cube of this to convert this into the standard form. You convert this into the standard form, a plus iv. So x plus iy whole cube is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square is equal to u plus ib. I cube is equal to minus I, and this is 3x square yi. I square is equal to minus 1. So I have written minus 1 here. Collect the real part of it. So real part is these two terms. Imaginary part are these two terms. Real part, imaginary part. So the value of u will be this, equating the real to real, and v will be equal to this, equating the real part with the real part and imaginary part with imaginary part. So the value of u is this and the value of v is this. Put these values of u and v in this left hand side of the expression you have to find, u and v. This is the value of u, this is the value of v. Now if you simplify this, you can take x common from this, it will be cancelled out. You take y common from this, it will be cancelled out. So it will remain as x square minus 3y square, 3x square minus y square, to 4x square minus 4y square is the value of this expression. Now this is an easy question. It is given that the modulus of 1 minus I ki power x is equal to 2 raised to power x. You have to find the value of x. So find the modulus of this, under root a square plus b square. It comes out to be root 2. For root 2 you can write 2 raised to power half, and because the bases are equal, their exponent will be equal. So x by 2 is equal to x, which gives x is equal to 0. Now it is a question number 17. So we have to use many properties in it to find the value of the modulus beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha conjugate beta. Modulus value you have to find. Now because we know you have to find the value of this modulus beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha conjugate into beta, and it is given that the beta modulus is equal to 1. It is given in the question that beta modulus is equal to 1. So because you have to find the value of modulus beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha conjugate beta, you find the square of its modulus. Because we know that modulus z square is equal to z into z conjugate, so the square of this modulus will be this into this conjugate. Because we know that the modulus z square is equal to z into z conjugate, the square of this modulus will be this into this conjugate. This is a sign of conjugate. Now because we have the whole conjugate, we can break into individual modulus of this upon modulus of this, because we know that z1 upon z2 whole modulus is equal to z1 modulus upon z2 modulus. Now because we have the minus sign between them, so we can break beta modulus, beta conjugate, alpha conjugate, 1 conjugate, minus alpha conjugate, beta conjugate, because we know that z1 plus minus z2 whole conjugate is equal to z1 conjugate plus minus z2 conjugate. We can break the plus minus sign in the conjugate. And alpha double conjugate will be equal to alpha, because if we find the double conjugate of any complex number, it will be to the original conjugate, original complex number. Now you simply multiply beta into beta conjugate, beta into alpha conjugate, alpha into beta conjugate, alpha into alpha conjugate, 1 into 1, 1 into alpha beta conjugate beta into 1, and this into this. On multiplication we are getting this. Now for beta into beta conjugate, you can write beta square. For alpha into alpha conjugate, you can write alpha square, because we know this. And similarly here and here also. Now it is given that modulus of beta is equal to 1. So put it 1 here, put it 1 here, we are getting this. And because these twos are same, we can cancel it out. So whole square modulus of this is equal to 1. So the modulus of this will be equal to 1, taking the square root on both sides. So this is the good question, and we have to use many properties to solve this question. Now in question number I 1 plus I upon 1 minus I raised to power m is equal to 1. You have to find the value of m. So first of all, rationalize this complex number and convert this into the standard form. So multiply numerator denominator by 1 plus I. We are getting this. I square is equal to minus 1. So this comes out to be I square is minus 1. This cancelled out upon 2. The 2I upon 2 will come out to be I. So I raised to power m is equal to 1. Now when I raised to power m is equal to 1, when m is a 4 or a multiple of 4, when it is being asked the least value of m, then it will be n will be equal to 4. And if being asked that if you have to find the value of m, then you have to write that m will be a multiple of 4 where k belongs to natural number. The least will be 4 because I raised to 4 is equal to 1. When least word is not there, you have to write the multiple of 4, that is 4k. Now it is given that the product of these 4 complex number is equal to a complex number, and you have to find the value of a square plus b square, c square plus d square is equal to a square plus b square. Now taking conjugate on both sides in the given expression, so conjugate will be a minus ib, c minus id, e minus if, g minus ih is equal to a minus ib, because z1 into z2 whole conjugate is equal to z1 into z2 conjugate. You can break like this. Now multiply this step with this. First multiply by second. So a plus ib into a minus ib, c plus id into c minus id, e plus if into e minus if, and g plus ih is equal to g minus ih, a plus ib into a minus ib. So when you multiply these two, you'll getting a square minus I square b square. Similarly here, similarly here, similarly here, and similarly in the right hand side. A square minus I square b square. A square minus I square b square. I square is equal to minus 1. Plus will be there. I square minus 1. I square minus 1. I square minus 1. I square minus 1. So this is the completion of the chapter complex numbers, and somewhat easy chapter is this, where we have studied the imaginary, what are imaginary number and what is a complex number. Thank you.